Alright, I'm back, everybody. My name's Leon LeClaire. I am a artist who does comic book work and fantasy art. If you did not know that already. So, today I'm still inking Batman, of course. And today I will be going over buildings. I've already started it over here. Make sure I'm on camera. Okay. So I already started it. This is a 1-point perspective. The point was way over that way when I did this, when I drew it out. So, in the last video I said I would do something. I have not done it yet. And there. There we go. No ums allowed. All right. So, yeah. On that note, we will get started. I'll just tape that right up there. All right. I'm nervous when I do this, so I have nobody to talk to. No music in the background, and it's just me recording so you can watch later. So, in this video, I will be going over the buildings. I already started some of it, and I will be continuing it. I will be going over textures and stuff. I got some stonework in the building over here for the church steeple type building. I've got brickwork over here with texture. It's just a little bit. I wanted to add another brick building, but the brick building was too far in the background. It's this one that I wanted, and it's just too small a detail. It would get lost if it ever became a printed piece in a smaller form. So I did not do that. Now, also, as you're working on buildings, you can show a lot of things by texture and just putting the little details in it also. So, as for example, like this was going to be my brick building, sorry. Notice the rooftop. Of course, I use that word again. The rooftop and how it's decorated in an older style, framed in. Also, back here, and this one. And then the skyscrapers are in a total different manner as far as also the windows, just the features of the building will also contribute to people thinking, well, this building probably has this in the back of their mind. They're not going to think it, but their mind is contemplating, oh yeah, that's an older building, that's a newer building. And so it would probably have that or that as they're looking at the page. So little details as far as the style of the building goes a long ways too for very distant buildings, and yeah, whether it's houses, skyscrapers, churches, to hotel buildings. So like this is a newer building, the way I got it shaped. This is probably an elevator shaft. I was thinking that when I drew it. These are the window areas and sections of maybe an apartment complex, or maybe even a big library or something, an office. And then you got apartment complex already over here and down here and down here, skyscrapers here and here, well, office building. But yeah, I mean, it's just, as a whole feature, you really got to contemplate, well, I do as far as it, well, what is this building being used for? What is that building being used for? And as I get to talking, I'm going to start working, sorry. So, with that, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to start filling in the, this is going to be a shorter video, so with that, let's get started on the stonework of this building, and then I'll go into probably some building features of water towers and the way I got that texturized in here with just line work. Also, I got a little stack right there on that one. Little details like that do make a big difference for the age of the building. There we go. I did not use that word. So, as I say that, now when you're doing this, you gotta remember it's all going this way. So, with my perspective, so I gotta make sure the stonework also flows in that direction too. So yes, there is a play that you need to abide by when you're doing this. It can get complicated, like I've been thinking about my next few pieces already. I'm going to actually do a Lara Croft Tomb Raider piece soon, once this is done. And a Wolverine piece. I got a few sketch covers I still need to do. Excuse me, coffee. Coffee is mandatory, people. Sorry if you could hear me slurping. It's morning. But yeah, I really want to do a Lara Croft. Been thinking about that piece. I've always liked that character, especially adventure and mystery, and could do so much with that character. It's amazing. So yeah, I actually have a sketch of a body pose of a woman that I actually might use for it. In fact, I think I posted that sketch online a while back. So, as I'm doing this, I'm breaking it up too. As you can see, I'm not doing full lines in the stonework. I'm breaking it up. I'm just adding a texturized feel to it. I'm not doing every little stone, and it'd get muddled up. Your drawing will be just a mess if you do that, okay? You can try it, you can do it, it's your piece of artwork. But I found over time that your piece will just muddy up if you try and shrink it down. Or it will be too distracting from the main focus of your piece. And this is the main focus. Now just think, if I put this much detail over here, your eyes will be distracted. And all you want is, when you're doing your background enough detail to represent what kind of building or what kind of whatever you put, a forest, beach. I mean, of course, you're always going to have the foreground more detailed than as it gets closer to you. Now, with that said, there are certain scenes that minimalism do work best. And I've been really trying to work on that too with my fantasy art. Which is separate from what I do as far as comic book stuff, comic book art. So, yeah. Now, since I'm videoing this, I actually really did the full layout of everything, even the stonework and everything. Usually I probably wouldn't put the stonework in, or the line work that I have over here for, even with the sign I'm doing it. I'm nervous, sorry. For the brick, and I also did the line work for the cracks in the building that the gargoyle's on. I probably wouldn't do that. And also the line work for the water towers right here and here. I probably wouldn't put that in per se, except for just to show you exactly what I'm doing. Doing videos is a lot different than just going straight into a piece. With already the knowledge in your mind about what you want to accomplish with that piece. And also how you want it, and you can just dive right in and go at it, versus visually representation of the piece that you're gonna ink to the viewer so they can see what it looks like before it gets inked to after is a lot different. So I had to fill in everything that I want to accomplish so you can see how I'm going about it. And yeah, this is actually, most of my lines are actually coming this way with all the stonework. With my perspective. So that way it gives the feel of a sense of, okay, well, distance one, number two, it fits in with that type of building and the cityscape in a general as a whole, because every other building's going that way too, and the line work. I got to my desk this morning. By the way, good morning, everybody. Cheers and good morning. I got my coffee right here. Let me move that coffee. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day. It's beautiful outside. I gotta do some work on my car here later today. Been doing a lot of work on the car. In fact, I jacked it up, and at first I thought my ball joints were going out, but it's not the ball joints, it's the tie rod on the driver's side. So car is sitting and not being driven right now, and I will be fixing that later this week, among other things. Thank goodness for 2 vehicles. So yeah, but as I'm going about this, making everything just coincide with this. I'm gonna finish with the brick. Like I said, this is gonna be a short video of just texturizing your buildings. You have to break that up a little bit more, I think. I'll get my Poshka paint marker out and break up that a little bit. So, yeah. Don't want to over detail this at all. Go. Which is very easy to do. See, I'm changing this up a little bit, just for the reason of, there was too much detail there. Way too much detail. In fact, there still might be too much detail in that. So I might have to clean it up a little bit. With that said, alright, so I think what I'll end up doing now is, since I don't have my point of origin anymore, all I do is just draw in everything free with the ruler. So I'm just going to go in here and lay down some lines right here. This. Very carefully. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Go. Alright. There's that. Let's see here. Go over here. And yes, I do use a lot of paper for covering up. Hope my head's not in the way. Try to see what I'm doing too. There. Okay. A little nerve-wracking doing this on video. There we go. Okay. Alright. Upside down. I always use a ruler for buildings. It just adds that crisp line. It has that finished look. Like those small lines, I mean, that's something else. As far as hard edges, I mean, that little line, I mean, I'll freehand that. When it comes to these hard angles, I want to make sure it's spot on. Get a lot less messing up with a ruler. A lot less. So I think my head's in the way. I'm so sorry. This is totally different from when I just relax, and I'm a little tense right now. I usually have music. I was just listening to Disturbed and Godsmack. I'm a big Metallica fan. Even had a little Five-Finger Death Punch in there this morning. So yeah. Oh, I forgot one. myself. So as you can see, with the texture I put in with rocks and the brick on the outside of the building and the brick around the frame of the windows, that it represents an old building. There we go. I missed one. There we go. Yeah, drawing on video is way different, people. So, there we go. All right. Sorry. Guess I'm concentrating too much. So I am gonna, after I get this window framed in, I'm gonna work on, okay, and there you have it. So you can see how that does represent an older building. It has a feel of it too. Let's go ahead and put some other line work in there. Frame it in real quick. biggest things is make sure your buildings aren't just flat. When you do buildings, make sure every corner overlaps. That way it has depth. Okay, let's see here. There we go. There we go. Give this a little bit of a lip. Just like that. Makes a big difference. It really does. There we go. Like I got two varying right here. I got an angled one and a straight down one with a little medium to separate them from the levels of the building. So I think I'm just gonna put that one in with a ruler. Am I on camera? Okay, yes I am. All right. Oh. And I'm gonna want to make a lip. There we go. Ever so small, but it truly does pay a lot of dividends to do it the right way. There we go. Hope you all aren't too bored with me. This is taking a lot of concentration. I don't do too many buildings, and in the next few drawings I'm actually gonna really work on my buildings and hopefully get better at them. Some more. I got a few ideas for some. I even just sketched out some buildings and houses, skyscrapers. Got a few different ideas for structure type buildings. So for different looks. You just don't want the same look over and over and over. Not only that, but your art will get complacent and stale. And you will also get bored with it, you as the artist. Lose interest in your art, and that's no good. Push your boundaries. Come up with new designs. Try stuff that you're not good at. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah. Make sure you push your boundaries in your drawings. Might not turn out how you want it, but you will grow. That's what you're looking for, growth. You'll never know your capability in art unless you push yourself. Or at anything, actually. So, yeah, really go at it. Push the envelope, please. I'm going to be doing a lot of my next Spider-Man drawing is way beyond what I usually draw. Going outside my comfort zone, most likely. I don't like doing 3-point perspective at all. 1 point I can do 1 point and 2 point. That I will do, but 3 point I've done it very few times in my life. Sorry about that. I had to drink some more coffee. And my next Spider-Man drawing is actually going to be a 3-point perspective. I'm actually pushing myself. So it's there we go. Yeah, you can tell definitely the age of that building now. So confidence. There we go. Get this one. Going a little quicker now. Once you put down that ruler. Also, when you make lines, go into it with confidence. It'll show a lot better. You get more accurate lines. And right now I'm pushing my pen away from me. It just feels better in this situation with what I need, and plus to show you. And then that one's coming at me. Just changed it up a little bit. So there we go. In fact, I haven't done it like a church type steeple building ever, and this is my first attempt at that. I actually like it. It's been a lot of fun. This line arc right here. Still need to get to the other rooftop features in this video, so I'm trying to hurry up. Sorry if you're all getting bored. So I was talking about other art projects I will be doing. Tomb Raider, Wolverine. Got a few sketch covers I need to do still. Still trying to figure out those, what I'm going to draw on them. I got the King in Black sketch covers, and then from #1, and then also I got 3 crossovers from Image. So I have an idea for one of them. The other 2 are open to ideas. So far. sketch for King in Black. I just need to draw on the cover. There's a few more covers coming out that are blank that I really want to get. I saw in the preview. There we go. There's that. Am I still on camera? Yep. Okay. It could go up a little bit though. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. I used to always just draw the comic book character. I still do it in panels, not just sheets, which I showed you in a video. I think it was my first video. But no matter how tedious these buildings are, or how long they take you, I mean, time worth, it just gives your piece a whole new look. And it's quite satisfying. Just think if I just had the gargoyle and Batman and nothing else. It would be a good drawing. Yeah, it would be a really good drawing. But the background makes the piece, sets the mood. It really does. In fact, my art teacher in high school, well, I had two of them, Miss Mickelson and Mr. Bealey. I love both of them. They are wonderful artists themselves. Taught me a lot. But I remember one of the first times I walked into Mr. Beely's art class, and Robert and I were in the same class, my best friend, and I would just be drawing comic book characters the whole art class for the most part, and he always tried to make me get away from it. I finally broke free a little bit, but I never had backgrounds in my pieces, and when I started doing acrylic painting in his class, that's when I really started doing backgrounds. And that was his gift to me, was pushing me to do backgrounds in my art pieces. He was a great teacher in many respects. From the way he held his critiques in class to the way he wanted things done, and it was very enjoyable. Now, my other art teacher, Miss Mickelson, she's an amazing artist and a very, very talented teacher. I took away something from all my teachers in high school and all the way down the line. She taught me how to manage my time as an artist. That was big. I remember weekly having to write out a schedule in her class. I hated that, but time management is everything. And in fact, I had her in junior high also. And she is the only art teacher that I actually used clay with. I actually made clay bowls and all that. She pushed my boundaries into other mediums. So, gotta thank her for that. Wonderful teacher. Very, very motivating teacher. Definitely. She always knew how to motivate each person individually for their talents to expand their horizons with their art. And not only that, but grow as a person too. I was fortunate to have a lot of very good teachers where I went to school. In fact, we all were, my whole class was, and everybody that went there. It wasn't just the art class that we had great teachers. It was hands down, up and down the board. I still have fond memories of my elementary teachers. Lots of them. I could tell stories about each one. That's amazing. When teachers have that big of an impact on your life, it's a good thing. So, as I'm doing this, getting these lines in for this building. Now, so there's my, well, I'm not done with that yet. Oops, getting ahead of myself. So where are we at? Oh, we're almost at an hour already. Holy smokes. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to right here. Let's move on to this, like, line work over here for the decorating framework of the roof of the building. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get that done. And I'll show you versus that to this. Just by the look of it, I will show the way it's designed. It will have a different, in your mind, a different texture and feel to it. There we go. Buildings take me forever. I'm so sorry, people. Thank you for your patience in watching this. I know it's pretty boring compared to my last video. Yeah. I will get faster with buildings, I promise. It's all about trying to get accustomed to doing it and just getting better. So I almost got it. That's just about filling it in, freehanding. There we go. Okay, so I got it framed in right here. Go down like that. Create my edge corner. This is rounded. I did a round part on this building, so that's why it looks so different now. Okay. Now, as I'm going through this, you can already see that it's going to stand out even more. Sorry if I got quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate to get this done really quick. I didn't intend for this video to go so long. Buildings are so boring. Okay, So, with that said, frame it in really quick. No, they're not boring, they're technical and difficult for me. There. Okay, so as I frame this in, can already see the stylization difference of this building versus that one. And the features alone, and you can say, well, that would have a different texture. Well, yeah, it does. It has a different form, different texture, and altogether, you want to make sure your buildings are diverse, very diverse when it comes to drawing them. In a cityscape, it makes all the difference. Come up with your own look and to the buildings that you want. If you have a hard time, go out, take some pictures, go do some, if you're living in the city, go out, take your sketchbook. Also, you can Google buildings. Jim Lee, I mean, I love Jim Lee as an artist. He does amazing work. His buildings on Batman are incredible. If you do comic books, I mean, just buildings altogether, just a variety. If you want to look at them, go ahead. But use all the reference and resources to your ability. I take my sketchbook everywhere. So try to make it where I don't mess up. I'm going really fast, faster than I like. Almost there. Okay, so there we go. All right, So I try and do where I can see my stopping points. It's hard when you're doing a video. That one. Now let's turn this around. There we go. Okay. So you get the gist of it. I don't want to bore you all too much with it. When I go back through here and I add the fill-ins for the windows and stuff, just by putting a little shadow in some of the windows, it'll make a difference. Adds more texture, more like your city's alive. So it changes the whole perception of your drawing. So yeah. This is my last line work right here, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'm probably gonna end up inking some of the buildings without videoing, so that way I can get to the interesting parts for y'all as far as the water towers are concerned, and the different textures as far as the buildings go, as far as this work, also skyscraper stuff, and the brickwork, because this technical stuff is long, probably boring to y'all. I'm sorry about that, but there you have it. It's been about just over an hour. Sorry about that, but yeah, stonework. Make sure your line weight breaks, and also the line weight varies. Okay, and the different building shapes and designs add to the texture of to each individual building. I'll put it like that, and makes that building stand out by itself. So with that in note, I will stop the video. You all have a great day. Go out and conquer your day, enjoy, and yeah, look forward to the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.